The people that are at the heart of this project, there were lots of people at the heart of this project, and from what we did was we adopted person-centred and practice development principles. So that meant that it was really important that we engaged with a steering group who guided the project and steered the project, that the research team were really important, and we established ways of working and visioning about how we would work together. We were hoping that this project would enable us to improve person-centred integrated working for delivering end-of-life care for people at home. So it was really important for us to try and improve the patient and family experience, but also experience of those that are caring for people at end of life at home. So to promote integrated working, because that's what's happening now. We're integrating health and social care, but needing to find new ways of working. So we hope that this would contribute to that. The Choice project happened in two stages. We used a methodology that drew on realist evaluation. So what we needed to do was find the evidence about what person-centred integrated working in caring for people at end of life looked like. So the first thing that we did was we held a number of focus groups. So two with family carers, of people who had cared for people at home at end of life, a focus group with social care workers, and one of community nurses. And what we did with the data generated from this focus group was generated program theories, or kind of assumptions about what we thought best practice was in relation to person-centred integrated working. And then we kind of used the literature to test out those theories. So we then did a literature review, and that then informed the choice model. So we came up with a draft model, and at every stage of that we involved the steering group. The second stage was trying to test that out in practice. So we had a practice development group of community nurses from district nursing teams and social care workers. So there were about 12 in the group, and we met on 5 occasions. So how we started that was we enabled the group to develop a shared vision about end-of-life care at home, and then we compared that to the choice model, and we made some amendments as a result of that. So that became our working model. So then we developed an action plan and the priorities for how we would go about that. And so we worked in small groups to do that and came up with a number of outcomes. The third stage was about testing the model in practice when we were caring for people at end of life. That bit is ongoing. It wasn't possible to do that as part of the Choice project, but that work is ongoing. So we did what's called fourth generation evaluation throughout the process with the practice development group. And what that did was ensured that the way that we were working together, we addressed all the issues that arose from that, and we crafted it, if you like, during the process. What we don't know is how it was working for patients and families. As I say, that bit is kind of ongoing at the minute.
I think as a district nurse, it allowed me to believe that people within practice can absolutely achieve something like this. And I think that can only empower and motivate other district nurses to be involved in research. It is manageable. I think working with the research group was really positive. I had a great project lead, and just getting to know the processes, just my whole knowledge base has increased hugely.
Well, we evaluated the second stage of the project. So we asked participants what were the successes for them and what they had learned, and they gave lots of different things about it. So things like people were beginning to be aware of what they were capable of doing, which was great. People were feeling challenged, but they were doing new things. So, for example, one of the social care workers was writing blogs for the newsletter that was going throughout social care. They developed a shared communication sheet, so they had outputs. They saw real potential for future work together. They broke down barriers. They felt that they realised the importance of working together. And of course, their individual learning was so important that they saw the importance of communication. They saw how pivotal integration was, the learning together, how important that was, and communication. But I think the other thing is that in the steering group we had the managers from NHS Lothian and also from the City of Edinburgh Council. We also had the palliative care nurse consultant, and they are really keen that we continue with this work, and they've formed a really good working relationship, which has been a fantastic output of the project.